at the end of 2022, first of all, the end of 2022, I remember Y2K as if it were yesterday, and that's an apropos statement because it became clear that less and less things were in focus for me. I've always worn corrective lenses since my early teens, but it was always just a minor adjustment for distance. Well, it turns out, as an aside, we're going to talk about depth of field. As a photographer and a videographer, depth of field is how much is in focus and how deep that focus is. So if I put my hand way up here, my hand is out of focus. And if you look at the background's out of focus. So the depth of field is right about in here somewhere for my face. I'm reasonably in focus. Turns out I have a very shallow depth of field, which means, fortunately, it's the distance of my computer at the moment. Anything that's way out there, it's a little bit blurry, and anything that's way up here, like a menu in the dark at a nice restaurant that I'm trying not to embarrass my wife by breaking out my phone flashlight, this is out of focus. So it turns out that I needed to upgrade my ocular correction device. So I went to the optometrist and got in an afternoon these spectacles. I kind of like them. They're nice. They get hard to get used to because they're progressives, which means at the top I get to see far away, and at the bottom I get to see that menu, which still is brown text on brown paper in a dimly lit area. And that was my dog. But the point of it is, now I have to consider the motorcycle. So we're getting into some algebra here. I just upgraded my helmet to a shoey, but it does not have a drop-down sun visor. That's a negative. I like it. It's lighter, etc. Well, it's a different video, but now I have to consider, do I need sunglasses, transition glasses, a visor shade, a darker visor? You see what I'm saying here? But I also got a pair of sunglasses that are prescription. These are not progressives, they just are for distance only. So that means if I need to look at my dashboard on the motorcycle, which is about hand distance away, I would look under it. See the dilemma? The algebra is getting even more and more complicated. Not to mention the fact that I can just see kind of okay without anything. But I don't like riding without any kind of protection, but I do like my visor up. So it means I need some eye protection, and it might as well be able to see. It's very, very complicated. I find myself a bit exasperated. So if you've gotten to the age where you're having to do ocular algebra and figure out what you're going to ride with and what you're not going to ride with and what kind of visor you're going to have and what kind of helmet you're going to buy because it has the shield or not, let me know in the comments. I sure would like a better idea than what I've got right now. I mean, I even bought a glasses holder that straps to the crash bars so that maybe at a stop sign at dusk I can switch them out or something. That remains to be seen, but here I am waiting for your comments to tell me that I've done it completely wrong and I should have just asked. I can see clearly now, the shades are gone.